It's been a good ride so far. We covered Tenchu Stealth Assassins, the first 3D stealth game in history. From that entry, we witnessed a legacy being created. Looking into Tenchu 2, which gave us a look into character development of our protagonist that fueled the game's narrative. From there, we made our way to the mixed-viewed Wrath of Heaven, dividing fans from the series but still some stragglers left. Now with the tables turned and a new entry in the pipeline, let's see if Tenchu was able to reel their fans back in. Welcome back to Retrospective. Today we're diving deep into Tenchu Fatal Shadows. If you're new to the channel and enjoy retrospectives, I encourage you to browse my channel as I have an epic collection brewing. And if you're curious about what else is in the pipeline, I urge you to stealthily snatch the subscribe button and leave a rice trail with the notification bell so you never miss out on new content. Let's dive into this. If you've been following my journey through the Tenchu series, you'll recall the pivotal shifts that occurred behind the scenes. The trajectory of the franchise took a turn after Tenchu 2, when Acquire relinquished the rights to the IP. Activision stepped in, becoming the new custodian of the Tenchu legacy. With the release of Tenchu 3, or Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, the development reins were handed over to K2. With K2 overseeing the project, they released the game to Eastern audiences. The game was exclusively released in Japan as Tenchu Kurenai, which translates to Tenchu Crimson. How can this game transfer over to international waters to Eastern artists? So, in 2005, Sega of Europe made a significant announcement. They were particularly exciting for fans. They revealed their intention to introduce the latest installment of the renowned ninja franchise, Tenchu, to European and American territories. This move was especially significant as it would be the gateway for many European gamers to delve into the intricate world of Japanese feudal assassins. Tenchu, co-developed originally by From Software in collaboration with K2 Studios, had already carved the niche itself in Japan, with his latest release titled Tenchu Kurenai. With this intriguing narrative set in ancient Japan, the game centered around the character of Ayame, the formidable Kunoichi. Alongside her was Rin, a new addition to the narrative, and the game promised players a thrilling experience as they navigate through historical settings. Blending stealth with action, Sega decided to rebrand the game as Tenchu Fatal Shadows for its Western release. Such a move aimed to appeal more directly to the sensibilities of the Western audience, while retaining the essence and thrill of the original game. Moreover, the enhancements like the introduction of new abilities such as the capacity to hide bodies and breathe underwater, the game promised a fresh experience for both seasoned fans and newcomers alike. Mike Hayes, the managing director of Sega Europe, encapsulated the company's vision, highlighting Sega's intent to broaden its global footprint through strategic acquisitions. He underscored the significance of Tenchu Fatal Shadows, emphasizing its potential to refine the parameters of quality of a stealth game. To further tantalize fans and build anticipation, Sega released a slew of screenshots, offering glimpses into the game's immersive world and dynamic gameplay. Additionally, they provided detailed impressions from the Japanese version, ensuring that fans remained engaged and informed as they awaited the game's official release. Fans of the West were eagerly awaited the title, now known as Tenchu Fatal Shadows, graced our stores on February 17, 2005. The heart of Tenchu's gameplay has always been stealth elements, and Fatal Shadows takes this core principle and refines it further. Players will find that engaging with guards, while challenging, feels more intuitive. Guards will unaware your presence become more susceptible to stealth kills, and an intriguing addition to the dual stealth kill, allowing players to eliminate two guards at a close proximity with a swift and decisive move, adding a layer of strategy satisfaction to the gameplay. With each successful stealth action, players are rewarded with dynamic animations, adding a touch of cinematic flair to the stealthy takedowns. Enemy AI and their awareness states remain pivotal to the gameplay experience. From being completely unaware to actively pursuing the player, guards exhibit distinct behaviors, signaled by their color-defined indicators. These visual cues, examination points, or question marks, offer players insight into their current threat level, prompting them to adjust their approach accordingly. While stealth is paramount, there are combat maneuvers, from blocking and parrying to executing aerial attacks and throws. The combat system, though challenging, rewards skillful engagement, ensuring that even direct confrontations, players have a fighting chance. Moreover, the game offers ample opportunities for evasion, leveraging an array of supplementary content. The encyclopedia menu offers as a treasure trove, housing cutscenes, movies, character art, and more, allowing players to delve deeper into the game's lore and characters. However, it's worth noting the absence of multiplayer mode, a feature that some fans might miss utilizing the same game's engine as its predecessor. Wrath of Heaven, Fatal Shadow reintroduces a certain beloved mechanics, such as the ability to drag victims post-stealth kill. The progression system revolving around gathering scrolls adds layers of depth and challenging players to hone their skills as they advance through the narrative. Before I start, here's a fair warning, as there will be spoilers for the first 4 entries in the Tenchu series. If you're not a fan of spoilers, please jump to the reception chapter as seen on the timeline seen below. Alright, let's streamline this narrative for clarity. In the story, we're following Ayame from the original Tenchu games. Notably absent is Rikamaru, who, as the tale goes, met his end in the first Tenchu game. So this narrative slots itself between the events of the first and third Tenchu installments. This story is told from the perspective of 2 characters, Ayame the Kunoichi and Rin of the Benia. While on patrol, Ayame stumbles upon a seemingly desolate village engulfed in flame. Recognizing that in times of war, such scenes are sadly commonplace, she hesitates until the unsettling sight of burning bodies prompts her to investigate further. Confronted by the realization that ninjas are attacking the village, Ayame takes matters into her own hands. In the village's core, she discovers the elder under siege by a woman named Futaba. As Ayame approaches Futaba, upon hearing footsteps, Futaba plays dead on the ground. The elder, on the brink of demise, mutters the name Kuroya. Ayame, seeking clarity, questions whether Kuroya was the assailant, receiving no clear affirmation. In his final moments, the elder imparts a whispered secret to Ayame, leaving her to absorb his words as he passes away in her arms. With the elder now laid to rest on the ground, Futaba, playing possum, sees the opportunity to attack Ayame. However, her assault is interrupted by the distant call of a girl named Rin, a member of the rabid village returning to find it in flames. Rin's suspicions are immediately aroused, spotting Ayame near 2 lifeless bodies. Accusing Ayame of the village's destruction, Rin paints a damning picture. Ayame, aware of her innocence but realizing the damning optics, refrains from pleading her case, recognizing it as a classic case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The situation escalates into a confrontation as Rin, fueled by anger and grief, engages Ayame in battle. Despite besting Rin, Ayame opts to spare her life, holding her sword to Rin's neck. Ayame queries if Rin knows anything about Kuroya, echoing the elder's last words. Rin, however, remains unfamiliar with the name. Leaving the wounded Rin behind, Ayame departs, leaving the young girl to grapple with the devastation of her burned village.
Does the name Kuroya mean anything to you?
Never heard of it. Not that I tell you anyway. Finish me off!
Got no reason to. To be honest, I'm a little busy at the moment. Maybe next time, kid.
You dare dishonor me like this? Damn it. Damn!
The narrative refocuses on Rin, deeply wounded by the devastation that has befallen her village. It's as if she's beginning her own dark transformation. Fueled by a burning desire for vengeance, she approaches Futaba, mistakenly believing her to be lifeless due to her fake death. While Futaba maintains her ruse, she discreetly gestures towards a path for Rin to follow. Seizing the moment and thinking Futaba neutralized, Rin grabs a nearby sword and swiftly departs. However, as she dashes away, Futaba springs to life, drawing her bow at Rin squarely in her sights. Just as she's on the brink of releasing the fatal shot, Juzo, the mastermind behind the assault on the village, intervenes, commanding Futaba to spare Ren's life. Meanwhile, amidst the exchange, Juzo instructs Ranzo and Shinogi, two of his accomplices, to lure Ayame to the Harokage. Unaware of these unfolding events, Ren successfully reaches the boat and sails away from her decimated village. As the distance grows between her and the remnants of her past, Ren solely reaffirms her vow of vengeance, her heart heavy with determination and sorrow.
I will avenge you all.
Returning to Ayame's perspective, she finds herself shadowing Juzo discreetly at the Harokage Inn. Striving to remain undetected, her covert surveillance comes to an abrupt halt when Juzo rendezvous with a woman who seems to hold a special place in his heart. The mysterious woman swiftly detects Ayame's presence, signaling an intuitive awareness of an intruder nearby. Juzo, ever the cunning adversary, coolly acknowledges that he was already cognizant of being trailed. Seizing the moment, Ayame confronts Juzo, but to her surprise, the woman intercedes, opting to engage Ayame in combat on Juzo's behalf. However, the duel proves to be one-sided, with the woman suffering a decisive defeat, collapsing to the ground. Juzo's callous demeanor becomes chillingly evident as he reveals his indifference towards the woman's plight, showcasing his lack of regard and hints of his true nature. As tension escalates, Ayame lunges at Juzo, but his attention is fixated on her fierce, determined eyes. In a subsequent attempt to apprehend him, Ayame is impeded by the fallen woman, who sacrifices her well-being to grant Juzo a window of escape, leaving Ayame stuck.
Lord Juzo, please let me die by your sword.
Did you forget? I told you, I hate needy women. It would be a shame for you to start now.
Forgive me, my lord.
You two finished yet?
Your eyes are different. There is much fire in them. I shall enjoy your company tremendously.
You wish!
Good. That's a good girl. I shall meet you again in the afterlife.
Damn! Let go of me! So much for that plan. Back to square one.
Resuming Ren's narrative, she fully embraces her newfound identity as an assassin, thrust into a mission of importance, eliminating the bandit leader, Katsuragi, introducing Ren's ally and seasoned partner, Kichigoro. Their meticulous approach culminates in the neutralization of two patrolling guards. Upon locating their primary target, Katsuguri, Ren initiates a fateful encounter. Undeterred by her youthful appearance, Katsuguri dismissively taunts her, underestimating Ren's capabilities based on her age alone. However, with a swift, decisive maneuver, Ren incapacitates him with ease, dispelling any lingering doubts about her competence.
A thief? No, a ninja.
You seem a pious man, Samurai. Let me be the one to lead you to your afterlife.
Pious? Now there's a first.
I guess I expected someone a little more, I don't know, different.
Huh. A child has deemed me unworthy.
I'm no kid. Oh, Toshinari Katsuragi.
of the Iwazuke clan. That's you, right?
In the flesh.
I have no personal vendetta against you, but I come to claim your life.
So, an assassin. Very well. Let us get on with this!
You're getting better.
Really? I don't feel like it.
Don't sweat it. Let's get out of here.
Transitioning back to Ayame's perspective, the pursuit of Juzo leads her to the very cave recently traversed by Rin. Armed with information regarding Katsuguri's association with Juzo, Ayame ventures to the cave, intent on extracting vital intelligence about Juzo's whereabouts. However, upon entering the burning cavern, Ayame is met with an interesting sight: Katsuguri's lifeless body, a testament to Rin's lethal efficiency. This unexpected discovery casts a shadow of uncertainty over Ayame's mission, prompting her to reconsider her approach. As Ayame endeavors to exit the cave, she is confronted by an obstacle in the form of a brown bear, its imposing presence threatening to impede her progress. Undaunted, Ayame engages in this creature, swiftly neutralizing it and clearing her path forward.
I didn't even get a chance to join in. But there was something about her.
Intruders! They couldn't have gotten far. Let's get them!
This isn't good. Why must everyone try to get in my way?
Returning to Rin's narrative, her focus shifts towards her next target, Nasu, a man who deceptively presents himself as a blind masseur, but exploits women inappropriately. This mission introduces the audience to Ogen, the leader overseeing Ayame's assignments. Known to the underworld by her moniker, Lady Razor, Ogen carved out a reputation for herself. Ogen pays Ayame in advance for her services to kill Nasu. However, as Ayame proceeds to a nearby bridge, fate intervenes, bringing Rin and Ayame face to face once more. Blinded by her lingering suspicions and fueled by her deep-seated resentment towards Ayame for the perceived role in her village's downfall, Rin impulsively engages Ayame in combat once again. Amidst their intense confrontation, Ayame's acute instincts detect an unseen observer lurking in the shadows. Commanding the hidden figure to reveal themselves, the unexpected reappearance of Futaba shatters the tense standoff. No longer faking her death, Futaba's true allegiances become chillingly clear. She was complicit in the tragic events that befell the village. In a desperate bid to eliminate Rin, Futaba releases a poisoned arrow targeting Rin's arm. Just as Rin braces for the potentially fatal blow, Ayame intervenes heroically, intercepting the arrow and swiftly dispatching Rin into the water below. However, Ayame's actions come at a cost. In her haste to distance herself from Futaba, she inadvertently drops a significant item, the Sister Bell. As Ayame frantically retrieves the fallen artifact, the lingering effects of poison begin to take hold, culminating in her collapse and capture.
You've gotten stronger. What's your name, kid?
You can call me Spy.
Huh? Why don't you step out of the shadows and stop hiding like a coward? How perceptive. Looks like I've been discovered.
Futaba! You're alive!
Naive as always. I don't know why Juzo spared you.
Juzo.
Maybe now he'll see that the Kuroi has no need for you.
Kuroya. Juzo.
Futaba, lower your weapon. I'm warning you.
Silence! Quit being so dense, kid. She's part of the group that burned your village.
No. No, that's not true, right? Tell me, Futaba!
Huh?
A ninja never forgets the importance of poisons.
Damn. You.
Farewell, last of the Hagakure. Did you forget something, my dear?
Emerging from the grip of the poison, Ren's resolve crystallizes as she recommits to her mission to neutralize Nasu. Navigating through the shadowy corridors of this lavish palace, Ren is confronted by a harrowing sight, a woman teetering on the precipice of exploitation at Nasu's hands. Seizing a fleeting opportunity, Ren stealthily swaps places with the woman, positioning herself to confront Nasu directly. Unaware of the subterfuge, Nasu carelessly turns his back towards Ren, only to find himself tumbling forward in a clumsy misstep, landing on his face. Ren solemnly vows to exact justice for the countless women victimized by his deeds. In a swift and decisive confrontation, Ren emerges victorious, culminating in Nasu's demise. Ren's partner Kichigoro emerges and informs her it's time to go. She stays behind and goes the other way because she's still processing Futaba's deception.
Rin, let's move.
Go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Something happened?
There's something I gotta take care of.
All right. Watch your back out there.
Continuing Ayame's narrative, she awakes from her altercation with Futaba. This time she finds herself trapped inside of a cell. Ren then appears to help Ayame break out and escape. Despite Ren's earnest attempts to aid her comrade, Ayame needs to address the unfinished business, the retrieval of her sister bell. Ayame gives Ren a letter to bring to the Mimizuku. Ren takes the letter and goes to fulfill the task. Seizing a fleeting moment, Ayame escapes, allowing her to cross paths with Shinogi, a member of the Kuroya. In a surprising turn of events, Shinogi presents Ayame with the sister bell, its significance echoing through the front sides between them. Engaging in an intense exchange, the air thick with unspoken tension and the weight of their conflicting allegiances, the two of them fight to the death, ending in Shinogi's death.
Figured one of you would show up.
I'd never disappoint a lady. Looking for this? There's one thing I don't get. What do you got against us? Don't think we've ever crossed you or nothing. I'd remember that.
Sister.
Women are a little whimsical that way. Not that I'd expect someone who kills for money to understand.
Money? No. I don't kill for money. I do it for fun. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
I have to hand it to you. You sure do make killing you a whole lot easier. I hope you came prepared for a fight, because I didn't come for dinner and a show.
Ren's narrative continues after her interaction with Ayame and having to give the letter to Mimizuko. As Ren looks to fulfill Ayame's task, she comes to contact with her partner, Kichigoro. It is revealed that he is actually a Goda spy. He tells Ren that he thinks she's not cut out to be an assassin because she's too caring. Hurt by his words, Ren turns her back to him. She then comes into contact with Ayame. She asks where is Mimizuko, as she has just missed him. Ayame thanks Ren for her involvement with the task and considers the debt repaid.
Hunt any good dragons lately?
No, but I've been caught on a few of their horns.
Mimizuku?
You Ayame?
Ayame couldn't come. She told me to give this to you.
Oh. I thought I recognized your voice, kid. What the hell you doing here, Rin?
Kichigoro? Wait! You're a Goda spy?
I didn't mean to lie to you or Ogin, but no use lying now. Just be sure to break it to Ogin nicely, okay?
Sure.
Did you read it? Good. Then it looks like I don't have to kill you.
Kichigoro,
Hmm?
You and Ayame don't got any quarrel with the Koroya.
why? Why are you guys risking your lives like this?
It's what happens when you've got a twisted sense of loyalty to your country. We're probably never gonna see each other again, so I might as well tell you. Sorry, but I don't think you're cut out for this work.
What?
You're too... I don't know, caring. If you're gonna be a killer, you gotta be stone cold. So long, kiddo.
Oh, you're all right.
Where's Mimizuku?
He left. You just missed him.
Wanted to see what he looked like. Oh well. But thanks for your troubles. Didn't mean to get you involved. Consider the debt repaid.
She's so focused, sure of herself, like Kichigoro. You're so alike.
Huh? Who is?
Nothing. Just mumbling is all.
Continuing Rin's journey, she finds herself entrusted with a crucial mission, delivering a letter to Zenusuke. The stakes are high as the Benia clan grapples with the absence of Kichigoro, whose departure has left a void in their ranks. Their overarching objective remains clear: dismantle the Kuroya, a task that demands unity and strength in numbers. Upon delivering the letter, Zenusuke deciphers its contents, revealing a dire threat to Ogin. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Rin prepares to pursue Lady Razor, only to be halted by Zenusuke, who imparts sage advice, urging caution in the treacherous path that lies ahead. However, the tense exchange is abruptly interrupted by the sudden appearance of Futaba, whose presence casts a pall over the fraught atmosphere. Offering Rin a chilling ultimatum, Juzo proposes a sinister alliance: assassinate Zenusuke and earn a coveted place among the Kuroya ranks. Unswayed by the allure of such treacherous offers, Rin defiantly rejects the proposal, setting the stage for a fierce showdown. As blades clash and shadows dance, Rin's martial prowess prevails, culminating in the defeat of Futaba and her brother. In the aftermath, Rin confronts the dying Futaba, grappling with the unsettling revelation of her betrayal. In a final haunting utterance, Futaba invokes Juzo's name, leaving upon a lingering mystery in her wake. Meanwhile, the threat emerges as Futaba's brother attempts to kill Zenusuke, only to be thwarted by Tenchu, another assassin. With the immediate danger averted, Zenusuke imparts a solemn directive to Rin: return to Ogin's side and forestall any impending peril that threatens her well-being.
Why? Why? What's so special about you?
Rin, was it?
Yes.
You should return home. Ogin may need your help. We will follow shortly.
I leave them in your hands.
Lady Razor keeps good company. Impressive.
Surely I am the luckier with you here. Shall we go?
I'm positive he was dead.
Perhaps his love for his sister. Such passion.
Alright, let's go. It's creeping me out.
The narrative continues with Ayame, who is en route to Ogen. As Ayame makes her way to Ogen, Ogen is currently being held by Ranzu. Ayame emerges and comes to Ogen's aid. She fights Ranzu, who appears to be happy with his actions. She then comes to see how Ogen is holding up. After being stabbed by Ranzu, she appears to be fine and Ayame continues on along.
You gonna be alright? Not to be rude, but I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Don't worry about me. I've been through worse.
Hang in there.
The narrative resumes with Rin urgently approaching Ogen, sharing her successful delivery of the letter to Zenusuke. More importantly, Rin reveals that she identified the perpetrators behind her village's devastating attack. Caught in a whirlwind of emotions and decisions, Ogen reiterates the gravity and responsibilities of being an assassin of the Benya clan, assigning Rin a critical mission for the night. Ogen instructs her to eliminate Jozo and the entire Kuroya clan. Setting out on her mission, Rin rendezvous with Manjiro, who provides intel that Juzo is currently stationed by the coast. As Rin navigates towards the coast, she encounters Xiao, a pretty boy guitar-playing individual. Emerging victorious from their skirmish, Rin is caught off guard by Juzo's sudden appearance. In his final moments, Xiao receives a mysterious mirror from Juzo, who then confronts Rin in the revelation. Juzo discloses his intentions to abandon the village and, driven by drastic measures, due to his disdain for the Elder's authority, feeling trapped in secret liberation, Juzo admits to orchestrating the village's destruction.
You ready, Juzo? This night shall be your last.
Are you sure you want to kill your fiancé?
The elders chose my fate. What happened that day?
What good does it do you? Knowing what happened won't bring the Hagakure back.
Answer my question! I'll decide myself.
You're leaving the village? I tire of doing the work of others. From here, I will live by my own hand.
Arrogance! A ninja lives and dies by the shadows.
No, I refuse to obey the meaningless orders of those who are too old and decrepit to do anything else.
Once you have left, you shall be disavowed.
I'm aware of the consequences. I have already made arrangements.
Traitor!
In a surprising turn, Juzo proposes partnership to Rin, suggesting that they bear a child together. Rejecting his offer and refocusing on her mission, Rin engages Juzo in a fierce battle that culminates in her triumph. In his dying breath, Juzo recalls his final interaction with the village elder, mustering the final strength for one last strike against Rin. However, just in the nick of time, the true hero of Tenchu Fatal Shadows is shown. Depth perception. The fact that he has only one eye has become his downfall. Juzo's strike misses his mark entirely, and off-screen he dies on the beach. Reuniting with Ayame, Rin expresses her gratitude, bringing the intense narrative to a close.
Can you no longer stand to live in the shadows?
Yours is a world of ranks and castes. I have not the patience for it.
You forget your place in this world.
Perhaps some shinobi adhere to your code, but a true shinobi follows no one.
So you are determined to leave.
I shall walk by the light of the sun, and the land shall be covered in the darkness of my shadow.
Rin may have been able to bring hope into your darkened soul.
You speak of hope?
Just the mumblings of an old and decrepit man.
Who would have known that having only one eye would lead me to such a pitiful fate?
Farewell.
The shadow. Perhaps I always belonged in darkness.
You're not going anywhere. You're mine.
You finished the job?
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Help? Don't know what you're talking about. Things are about to get complicated.
I know.
What now, kid?
Too late to turn back. No more running.
See you around.
Oh yeah. I am Rin of the Benya.
You know, the gaming world has always been a canopy of opinions, with each release sparking debates and discussions, especially when Tenchu Fatal Shadows hit the shelves. It was no different. Drawn from the community's pulse, the reception for this installment was a mix of admiration and disappointment. Some lamented the game's direction, bemoaning what they perceived as declined quality from previous Tenchu titles. Most people expressed regret over the purchase, especially at the time when faith in games was being tested. For them, the game was met with lackluster plot lines, forgettable characters, and frustrating mechanics. The camera angles in particular were highlighted as a significant hindrance, making even basic stealth maneuvers a chore. The overall sentiment? A game that seemed to devoid the magic that once made the Tenchu series shine. However, the spectrum of opinions was wide. Other dedicated fans had a different take. For them, Fatal Shadows, or Kurenai known in Japan, was a commendable addition to the franchise. They loved the game's graphics, especially the detailed character models, and praised the nuanced AI that made stealth a more challenging endeavor. The introduction of double stealth kills was celebrated as a thrilling addition, adding layers of strategy satisfaction to the gameplay. Music, a hallmark of the series, didn't disappoint either. The intricate compositions, which have always been a trademark, received a nod of approval, maintaining the series' legacy of sound design. While the combat system had poor reception for its clunkiness, the game's overall design with its varied and challenging stages was recognized as a testament to the developer's commitment to delivering a memorable experience. The storyline bridging the narrative gaps between previous titles provided an interesting backdrop for stealthy escapades for Ayame and Rin. Overall, the game emerged as a diverse chapter in the Tenchu saga. While some felt it missed the mark, others found it to be a worthy addition to the collection, offering enough thrills and challenges to keep one engaged. Like all art forms, gaming is subjective, and Fatal Shadows stands as an example to diverse ways in which players connect and interpret experiences crafted for them. When it comes to video games, a title's success often hinges on a harmonious blend of narrative depth, gameplay mechanics, and technical prowess. One such title came under scrutiny in this context is Tenchu Fatal Shadows. As the sequel to the well-received Wrath of Heaven, expectations were high, yet many fans and critics found themselves disappointed, which leads to the critical aspects that contribute to the perceived failure of Tenchu Fatal Shadows. To begin, with a compelling narrative series as the backbone of any game, drawing players into its world and driving their engagement. However, Fatal Shadows faltered in this regard. Many players found the storyline to be lackluster and uninspired. The two lead characters, Ayame and Rin, while central to the plot, lacked depth and complexity that players had come to expect from such a renowned franchise. Ayame's character, often described as emotionless and static, failed to resonate with the audience, while Rin's singular focus on revenge was perceived as one-dimensional, diminishing the overall narrative impact. Beyond the narrative, the gameplay mechanics constitute the heart of any game, dictating the player's experience and enjoyment. Herein lay some Fatal Shadows' most glaring shortcomings. For a game centered around stealth that demands precision and fluidity, players face significant challenges. Stealth kills, a hallmark of the series, were plagued by problematic camera angles and unreliable controls, detracting from the immersive experience. Coupled with linear stage design that limited player freedom and creativity, the gameplay often felt repetitive and restrictive, failing to captivate players as its predecessors had. Technical aspects encompassing graphics, voice acting, and overall presentation further compounded the game's woes. While graphics were not universally criticized, they failed to impress in an era where competitors were pushing the boundaries and setting new standards. Environments, though detailed, lacked the immersive quality and intricate design elements seen in contemporaneous titles, detracting from the overall visual appeal. Voice acting, a crucial component in conveying emotion and narrative depth, was often described as lackluster and uninspired, further diminishing the game's storytelling potential. Moreover, AI and enemy NPCs emerged as a significant point of contention. Players encountered numerous instances where AI characters exhibited bizarre and unexpected behaviors, ranging from running endlessly into obstacles, failing to recognize obvious threats. Such deficiencies undermined the stealth elements, detracting from the strategic depth and challenge that players anticipated. The absence of Rikamaru, a central and beloved character from previous Tenchu titles, undoubtedly impacted the game's potential and reception. As a character deeply entrenched in the series' lore and gameplay mechanics, Rikamaru's omission left a noticeable void, depriving players of the familiarity, depth, and connection they had developed with him over the years. His absence disrupted the established dynamic between the protagonist and compromised the narrative's continuity, thereby diminishing the overall cohesion and appeal of Tenchu. In conclusion, Fatal Shadows, while not devoid of merit, failed to meet the lofty expectations set by its predecessors and contemporaries alike. Its narrative shortcomings, coupled with gameplay and technical issues, culminated in a title that for many fell short of the franchise's storied legacy. As a critical examination reveals, the game serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the challenges and pitfalls that developers must navigate in their quest to deliver a truly memorable gaming experience. Having thoroughly enjoyed my experience with Tenchu 3, I entered this game with elevated expectations, optimistic about its potential to match its predecessor. Initially, the inclusion of a tutorial reminiscent of the second Tenchu felt like a thoughtful addition, aiding players in grasping the game's new mechanics. However, as I delved deeper into the gameplay, I encountered deviations from what I had anticipated. My sessions with the game often ended prematurely, primarily due to challenging boss battles that felt frustratingly difficult, especially when juxtaposed with the series' legacy. This heightened level of difficulty, particularly evident in encounters like Jozu, became a chore, prompting me to seek solace in other titles. Furthermore, the game's episodic narrative approach, while intriguing, seemed to undermine its own storytelling, giving way too much and diminishing the element of surprise. This, coupled with the perceived lack of narrative depth and repetitive level intros, left me yearning for the rich narratives of earlier Tenchu titles. Additionally, the reliance on a formula that could have been better served by utilizing the PlayStation 2's capabilities, such as cutscenes, felt like a missed opportunity. Ultimately, while this game may not have resonated with me as expected, perhaps due to its gameplay challenges and narrative exclusion, I recognize its potential appeal to die-hard Tenchu enthusiasts. For those seeking a stealth experience, however, alternatives like Metal Gear or Splinter Cell might be a more satisfying experience. I want to take a moment to thank you all for making it this far. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the future retrospectives. This is the Retro Phantom, signing out.